This is Blind Metal Gamer, and you're watching my accessibility review of Mortal Kombat 1. Hello everyone, Blind Metal Gamer here with you once again, and it's now time for another accessibility review. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing Mortal Kombat 1 and its accessibility features. You're probably wondering, Blind Metal Gamer, is Mortal Kombat 1 accessible? Well, let's find out. As you can see in this gameplay footage, and here there is a full-on screen reader supporting the game's menu navigation character select screen. It also supports the move list screen, which you'll hear in a little bit. And it also, when you're on a matchup in a tower, as you can see with this endless tower gameplay footage, it will tell you out loud in a computerized voice who your opponents are on the tower. You'll also get your typical Mortal Kombat announcer telling you which character you've selected, and for accessibility purposes, this is great. This is something that Mortal Kombat has been needing, and other fighting games can copy off of this model by having the screen reader read the character's name, and then have the announcer announce the character you select. This is very helpful for blind and low vision players because with me being one myself, it finally allows for blind and low vision players to successfully navigate menus and select our characters on our own. You're probably wondering, Blind Metal Gamer, what other accessibility features does Mortal Kombat 1 have? It has alternate controls, audio cues for meters, audio cues for distance between fighters, so you'll hear a sound when you get further away from a fighter and a sound when you get closer to a fighter. Audio cues for punches and kicks. It has things like that going on for it. And as you can see in the gameplay you're about to see here, as I'm using Baraka for this video, the gameplay is as smooth as ever, and it is great. Now, in terms of accessibility, I think it's a good thing that they put the alternate controls in, because you not only have the easier button inputs, but you also have more challenging inputs if you like that as well. So you have more diversity in your controller inputs. Now, as for other amazing features, this game has full audio description. You heard that right. Full audio description for fatal blows and for fatalities. Now, it does not cover brutalities, which is kind of a disappointment, but I'm sure they'll get there at some point. As for the screen reader, does the screen reader have a bit of issues? There are some things I can nitpick with, but again, I'm not going to complain too hard because this is a big step forward in terms of accessibility. There are some things I will forewarn you that the screen reader does not read, such as when you're in invasions mode, when you select a mesa, it'll not say out loud Tea House Mesa or Gateway Mesa or Gateway Portal or whatever you're on. So and then plus when you unlock things, it won't say like Scorpion Gear or Brutality such and such. It doesn't do that. So there are some things that will require a sighted person's assistance, or someone, or alternatively for the brutalities, you can go into the move list and check that. Now, as for accessibility in terms of color blindness, they have a plethora of modes for color blindness as well. So that's a good thing. They have that covered. This is the most accessible Mortal Kombat game I've played in a long time. And as you can see in the footage here, again, you can use I'm using Baraka. The colors are easy to look at on the eyes. These are the regular colors, not the colorblind assist, so what you're seeing is the default setting. Now, as for the audio in the game, it's great. The game has great audio. The game has a screen reader, which you'll hear in the move, you'll hear in a bit, that will help with the move list, which I had to use for this video to get reacquainted with Baraka's fatality and Cyrax's, my cameo's, fatality as well. So you will be hearing that as well in the video. So you're probably wondering, Blind Metal Gamer, is this game accessible to players of all abilities? Is this game playable by all? Or is this something that is going to require someone to assist the player with disabilities that wants to play? Now, I would say, yeah, there are things that, as far as move inputs, I've not really experimented with the alternate controls, but the game does have easy fatalities. However, the caveat is you have to unlock them through gameplay. Now, the move list will be read to you by the screen reader, so there is that. But I would say, honestly, if you need assistance with move inputs, you might need assistance with this game as far as that goes. Now, for the sake of this review, I did not, and you can hear the screen reader now. Full on support there. You can, be sure that they will read the move to you, and that computer has voice. So now if you have to get a move reference, all you have to do is hit the options button on PS5 or the start button on, or whatever the button is on Xbox, go to the screen reader or go to the move list, and there you go. Now, as I said before, I didn't play with all the features for this review. I just played with the screen reader on, so I didn't really look at all features proper. I'm going to have to kind of do more of a deep dive into some of the other features, and I will do that for sure at a later time. I'm sure there has to be alternate fatality inputs for easier fatalities and stuff like that. There has to be, so I'll kind of do some digging into that, and I'll get back with you all on those aspects of the accessibility. But from what you're seeing in the gameplay, I would say yes, this Mortal Kombat is the most accessible it's ever been, and it's one that I would highly suggest you pick up and try. Now, do I review games and give them a score? No, I let my viewers and listeners make up their own mind. And real briefly, before we kind of close out the video here and the review portion, I do want to give a shout out to Super Blind Man and Blind FGC Rattlehead. They worked closely with NetherRealm Studios on accessibility consultation for this, so shout out to those guys. They rock, and they brought the accessibility to MK1, and they did a hell of a job, so kudos to you guys. So, with that being said, I would say that Mortal Kombat 1 is playable by all, and it is one that I personally would recommend to any fighting game fan or any person who is looking for a game with a screen reader that wants to get into fighting games. So, with that being said, I've been your host, Blind Moto Gamer, with this Mortal Kombat 1 accessibility review. I would like you all to enjoy the remainder of this Mortal Kombat 1 Endless Towers gameplay featuring Baraka and Havoc, and I would like to wish you all a very, very good day. Until next time, so long everyone, and peace out.
Round 2, fight. Finish him!
Cyber eye shining, Kano plunges his hand into the victim and rips out their bleeding heart. The victim falls.
Fatality. Baraka wins.
Continue. Versus Smoke and Sonya.
Round 1. Fight. Round 2. Fight. Finish him. Baraka wins.
Continue. Versus Tommy Cage and Kano.
Round 1. Fight. Round 2. Fight.
Drawing shit.
Brutality. Baraka wins.
Continue. Versus Reptile and Shooting Co.
Round 1. Fight.
Kano stabs the victim's shoulders, then beams his eye lasers through their skull. Baraka stabs the victim with an arm blade and lifts them before plunging the blade into their throat, shattering their spine.
No one knows. Round 2. Fight.
Continue. Versus single landlord power.
Round 1. Fight.
Motaro charges the victim with a headbutt, then back kicks their torso to shatter their ribs. Sindel's hair grabs and slams the victim. Two strands hold their ankles to yank their legs apart, twisting their hips.
Round 2. Fight. Final round. Fight. Finish her.
Baraka stabs his metal forearm blades into his victim's torso. He lifts them up and pierces through their face. The victim plops to his knees.
Fatality. Baraka wins.
Continue. Versus Smiley and Kirax.
Round 1. Fight.
Cyrax's saw blade bursts through the victim's ribcage. He holds two bombs that explode beside their face. Melina pins the victim's arms to the floor with her side blades, then ravages their torso with her jaws before biting out their throat.
Round 2. Fight.
Kano stabs the victim's shoulders, then beams his eye lasers through their skull. Baraka stabs the victim with an arm blade and lifts them before plunging the blade into their throat, shattering their spine.
Daybreakers don't
Final
quit.
round. Fight. Finish him. Baraka wins.
Continue. Versus General Shaoan Striker.
Round one. Fight. There will be no truce. Round two. Fight.
You are infected.
Kano stabs the victim's shoulders, then beams his eye lasers through their skull. Baraka stabs the victim with an arm blade and lifts them before plunging the blade into their throat, shattering their spine.
Blood will
Final round. Fight. General Shao wins.
Continue. Novice. Endless. Choose fighter. Player 1. Baraka. Player 1. Press cross button select. Player 1. Baraka. Player 1. Havoc. Cross button.
Havoc.
Choose Kameo. Player 1. Kirax. CPU
Cyrax.
difficult. Versus Sub-Zero and Goro.
Round one. Fight.
Sub-Zero wallops the victim in the face, then pulls both arms apart to rip them out of their sockets. He headbutts the victim. Sub-Zero slides on ice shards which stab up through his victim's abdomen and skull. He then chops down with an ice war hammer.
Cameo moves. Finishers. Close. Atomic heart. Down directional button. Left directional button. Down direction. Easy. Close. Atomic heart. Down directional button. Left directional button. Down directional button. Circle button. Damage. Not applicable.
Harvick rips open his own chest and yanks out his putrid heart. He rips out his victim's heart, then shoves his pulsing green one in its place. Harvick's heart detonates, splaying open their chest cavity.
Fatality. Havoc wins.
Continue. Versus Kung Lao and Kung Lao.
Round 1. Fight. Round 2. Fight.
Move left. Finish. The classic. Down directional but Kame. Easy fatality. Mid. Annihilation. Right directional button. Left directional button. Right directional button. L1 button. Versus Smiley Grand Sector.
Round 1. Fight. Round 2. Fight.
Sector hovers and deploys Seeker missiles which explode all over the victim. Melina pins the victim's arms to the floor with her side blades, then ravages their torso with her jaws before biting out their throat.
versus and Serena.
Round one. Fight!
Serena punches the victim airborne, then yanks them back with her tail to punch through their abdomen. Kitana flings her fan blades into the victim, leaps, summons the fans back, and drives them into their skull.
Round two. Fight! Finish her!
Cyrax steps out and releases a load of explosives from his metal chest, which surround the victim. They detonate, shattering the earth into a million pieces.
Fatality. Havoc wins.
Continue. Versus Front Striker.
Round one. Fight! Round two. Fight! Finish him! Havoc wins.
Continue. Versus Havoc and Kirax.
Round one. Fight!
We won't be denied.
brutality. Havoc wins.
Continue. Crawl. Versus single and shooting co.
Round 1. Fight! Round 2. Fight! Finish her. Havoc wins.
Continue. Cross button confirm.
プレイステーション